Hello everybody. In this tutorial we're gonna finish off the script because now it doesn't work, and I'm gonna show how it will look when we are done. We are gonna be able to do this part here. It's super nice. And so how do the script work? We're not gonna do it from scratch. I'm gonna walk you through it, and if you want the Houdini files and the script and everything, you can find it on my Patreon site, and there you can just dive into everything, and you will have all the files I've been working with now. And so here we have the door, and the door has a door left and a door right. And if you see here that the door has the right transform to the left here actually, and the left door has actually the right transform to the right, and this one to the left. Okay, so if both doors is going to the local transform -1 unit, so now we do the negative right, then here we do negative right on the left door. That means it's easy to control all the transforms because they need to move in the same direction. And also the locks are actually, if you look at them, they have the blue forward and the red right, the green up. And this lock also have the up, right, and blue. So they are actually the same. And that makes everything easy because they want to rotate on this same direction. And that's why in Houdini it was important to here, when we copied the mesh to this point here. So we have it here, and then so this one is copied to the left side, and then we rotated the mesh and copied this mesh to the right side, and we did it before we packed an instance on both sides. And the reason it's important is because then they have the same transform, because the rotation happened before the packing instance. So for instance, the door here, we do the rotation, kind of rotate this door to the other side. We do it after the packing instance. So if we did like this, then it would have the same transform on both doors, but we don't want it. So that's why it is like that. And the script we're going to have, it's going to have a on trigger enter and on trigger exit. So if we take the door parent, so we don't need to think about the wall at the moment. The wall is finished. So the door, we need to have a box collider on this one. We can actually just move that one up a little bit, and we can make it a little bit bigger. Let's say 1.4, 1.4 on everything, and then it's just a little bit bigger. So when the character goes in on trigger enter, then we will open it, and on trigger exit, it will let the door close. So then obviously we need to make it is trigger. So now the script will listen to this trigger, and we're gonna have the script on this door. So here you see door segments, position, you see locks and locks rotation and locks offset rotation. So if we just open these ones up, and then down here you see door open curve. So instead of doing this really hard move on the door, like start ding, we have this start slow, faster, and then slow in a little bit. So we just remap with these animation curves here to make it smoother and nicer. And then we have the door open speed and the door open distance. So door open distance means how far it should offset. So it's going to be 0.9 up here. And we actually, yeah, so it's going to be okay. And then we have rotate speed, that's for the locks, and then actually how long time it will take to rotate to 90. So if we play now we see that we have the script is looking through the childs and looking for a door, and the door and door right, door left and door right here, and then door, so it cannot save the information it needs, because then it's going to lerp. So now you see it opens, and it actually opened wrong direction. So to address that, we're just going to do the door open distance. We're going to do it negative. And then we're going to have speed going to be a little bit faster. I want faster door and lock. So if we do one more time. Yeah, looks really nice. So that's good. And so let's dive into the script, and I will show you what this stuff is doing. So as you see, everything is populating in at start. So that's nice. Let's see the script. So if you want to, yeah, you have it on Patreon site if you want it. So here we have all the stuff that I showed you in the inspector. And then we have start, and this is where everything where it populates. So it goes through the transform child and find door. And then inside the door, we check if it has a lock. So then it kind of adds everything to the appropriate lists. And then down here, you see it goes through all the locks and do the offset. So it starts offset, which means you don't do the offset lock position now. It will happen when you press play. So of course, if you wanted a different lock position, let's say, yeah, only 25, it won't be so much, but yeah, then it just, everything is set procedurally. And let's say if you were to do this, if you did this and you have trouble getting it back to position and stuff, you can just go into the lock door here. Actually, if you do the Sci-Fi door, and here you see overrides, you can just do the transform, revert, transform, revert, and then you will get the exact position it should be. But in here, now in start is done, and then we have this simple on trigger enter door active, true or false. And then here in update, well, before we do the update, so this is kind of the basic lerp things you see. So this animated door, this has a float progress. So this progress will always be between 0 and 1. And then it's here you lerp it, and here you can see the door open distance. And here segment.right, and the door open distance is actually negative, and that makes sense. So here we don't want it to go positive, we want it to go negative. So here you have negative 0.9, and that's what's happening here. The end position is the door open distance, that's negative, so it's going to be right, but it's actually going left. And then we have this lerp value, and it's yeah, using this this value and the lerping between start and end position. And this progress that's between 0 and 1 is actually Yeah, well, it's kind of the same with the animate lock. You just do a lerp between the lock offset rotation and lock rotation. So it's very easy. So we can, yeah, they look like that. And then in the update, this is where we have these states. So we have idle, opening, and closing stuff. And the reason we have that is because it's a little bit tricky to have the locks always behave correctly. So we have this state to make sure. So we have these open progress and lock progress. And we can use that to determine what state it is in. So if it's in door progress, well, actually, if it's in lock progress, it will not do the door animation. It will first finish off the animate lock. And so let's take here, opening doors. And then we do, and now also you see this, let's see, where do we have it? Yeah. So this is the opening locks. And here we divide the time, but delta time with rotate speed. So let's say if we wanted to half second, then this is actually twice as fast. So that's why we don't do multiply, we do divide. So I really hope you like this. And if you just want to have a script, you can copy it here, of course. But if you just want to have the script, you can go to Patreon site and download it and all the Houdini files. And what's so cool here is that now we can just go back in Houdini and we can, oh no, we want the door to be a little bit, so we have the door here. So then maybe we want this part to be a little bit bigger, and we want it to be a little bit offset. Then we want the door to be a little bit bigger or smaller. Then we just export it, and because everything is kind of solved in the runtime, then we can just, everything is working. All right, friends, I hope you like this stuff and hope I see you in another tutorial. And this is awesome. Cool doors for sci-fi games. So thank you so much for watching and have a nice day.